Somebody cop. April 30th. It's the end of the month as we know it. It's the end of the month as we know it. And I feel fine. Or I am there. Boys from Athens, Georgia. Go Georgia Bulldogs. Yeah, baby. Constancy of purpose, or constant purpose, is the first principle of success. Okay. It is critical to your success that you have a well thought out plan for your life and that you stick with it regardless of what others may say. Well, that's true. Who gives a shit what other people think? They're not you. They don't want what's best for you. They don't know as much as you about you. Right? I mean, yeah. I'm with them. Stick with it regardless of what others may say and the obstacles you encounter. There will always be fault finders and those who attempt to persuade you that your goals aren't worth the effort you put into achieving them. Yeah, sometimes. I mean, friends and family can be big for that because genuinely when you get around other like-minded people, and that's the reason you network, is you want to be around either successful people or people who want to be successful like you, and that way they're like-minded. They're not going to crush your dreams because they're trying to build their own, right? But civilians, I call them, which is non-investors, they don't understand, the mindset and all that. That's why they're not investors or entrepreneurs or entrepreneurs at some point, to starting out. Persuade you that goals aren't worth the effort you put into achieving them. Those people will never go far. There you go. That's what we just talked about. And they will be the first to ask for your help after you have passed them by. He's talking straight, man. There's no bullshit here. Virtually every successful person has considered giving up at some point in his or her struggle to reach the top. I never did. I don't care how low. The lower I got, and there's desperate times in my life I've talked about on here, that just motivated me more. I got pissed off. I got angry at myself for being a loser, for lack of a better word, because I knew I was worth more than I was getting paid at that point, which was negative numbers. All right, like I said, 2014, I made $4,000 all year, and in that insurance business, mortgage protection insurance, and I knew I was worth more than $4,000. I knew it, and that pissed me off that that's all I earned, and that was what kind of started me on this whole journey and ended me here. Many breakthroughs occurred soon after those same people rededicated themselves to their purpose. 2015, that was my start of everything. That's why I'm here, because of the, what do you call it, rededicated myself to my purpose. Yeah, absolutely. There is no known obstacle that cannot be overcome by a person who has constancy of purpose, a positive mental attitude, and the discipline and willpower to succeed, right? So like I talked about, a lot of people don't get this done because of fear. That's never been my problem. Mine was the willpower and consistency. I hate taking the garbage out. I hate mowing the lawn because you do the same thing over and over and over again, and it just, next week the lawn is high again, especially in the summer in Florida. You literally got to mow your lawn every friggin' week, and that's annoying as hell to me. I hate repetitive tasks. I hate filing paperwork. Just the same thing day in and day out. That gets me. That's what I did for 13 years in the cubicle jungle, and I did it because I was being well paid, but I fucking hated it, right? I couldn't wait to get out and start my own business. So one of the cool things about being your own boss is it's not repetitive. There's challenges every day, and you'll be putting out fires, and you'll get home at the end of the day and zone out and watch your big ass TV like I did, just grateful to be done because you're exhausted from all the effort you put out that day. But you've heard a bad day fishing is better than a good day at work. A bad day, a hard day at being an entrepreneur is better than being a 9-to-5 drone, just kludging along, just hoping for better one day without doing anything to make it better. That's the worst in the world, So I did 13 years, and that's a shame. And that was a waste of time, and I was confused because I thought the steady paycheck was the answer. It was a good paycheck. I thought that was the answer, and I was wrong, right? So it took me some time to wake up. You could be watching this video and you could be 19 years old, you know. That's perfect, because now you know. Don't think making 100 G's makes you a player. Making 100 G's a month makes you a player, and doing it through a business or through investment, right? Or even, 10 G's a month, right? You can live very well, even in America, and that price is going up every year. But even today, and the next 3 to 4 years, I expect things to go up. Like you see, lumber is already way more expensive. Gas is already, prices have gone up this year a lot, and a lot of things, food, everything. And there's going to be shortages and things like that. It's coming, trust me. So, but just think, with $10,000 a month, you could live pretty comfortably. You're not going to be rich, right? But just living comfortably, you could do it on $8,000 to $10,000 a month, and that's even with a family, even with a wife and kids. So, that could be your next goal, is just to get above subsistence level and get discretionary income, so you can go on vacations, get a nicer car, get a bigger house, whatever it is that makes you happy, right? And when you get that success, then you can stop and say, okay, well, what if I doubled it? One of my agents, the first agent I had come on board, One Realty Corp, a guy named John Denise, cool guy, if you know John, and a lot of people know him in Jacksonville. He's an awesome guy, just funny and just a nice, super nice guy. Give you the shirt off his back. Now he's cheap, like me. Don't get me wrong. He's tight with a penny. He's Dutch ancestry, and he is a spendthrift, except for food. He likes to spend money on food, which I do too. So, but super nice guy, just helpful, and he's a flipper at a high level. I don't know how many houses per year he does, maybe 8 to 10 houses a year steady, and he had his best year ever his first year with me, and part of that was just the market. It was 2016 when I started the brokerage, and the market had been going crazy, going up since 2012. And I challenged him. I said, what are your goals? And he's like, I don't know. I made good money. I made more money this year than I did ever before. And I'm like, double it. And he looked at me like, what are you talking about? Like, I just made more money. I'm like, yeah, I know you made more money than you wrote. Double it. And he did. He doubled it the next year. He did a wholesale deal, and he made $50,000 on a wholesale deal. Never touched the house. That's flip money normally, right? 40 to 60,000 you get on a flip. A little bit more sometimes, a little bit less sometimes, but in general you get 45 to 50,000 on a flip. And he made that on a wholesale deal where he never touched the house. It was commercial property, multifamily. So that was a good year for him. He doubled his year. And that, when I first challenged him with that, when I first said it, he couldn't believe it, because it's a BHAG, right? That's a big, hairy, audacious goal. You made the most money you've ever made last year, double that. And guess what? He did. So absolutely, if you can think it, you can do it. John's proof. He's still doing it, like I said, at a very high level. Everybody's got something they got to overcome. And with John, when he reached success, like you said, okay, what happened the next year? Did he double it? When he reached that level, when he doubled it, and he was shocked that he doubled it, he took his foot off the gas. He went to Disneyland 3 times. He bought his wife a new car. They bought a refrigerator. They bought a washing machine. He got caught up in the doodad thing. And while you definitely want to celebrate the wins, that's for sure, what good's all this wealth and success if you're not going to enjoy it, he took his foot off the gas. He took his eye off the prize. He lost some of his sharpness and his focus, which I think is human nature for a lot of people. And so that's his particular challenge, is to keep going and keep the machine going when he does have that kind of success. And once again, like I said, I'm following him, everything through Facebook. We email back and forth. We talk on Facebook since I'm in another country. I don't see him, as much as I did, obviously, when I lived in Jacksonville. But I know he's still successful. I know he's making, well over 6 figures a year flipping. I see the consistent, we've talked before I left, the margins were going down. It was tighter on deals. Right now it's a seller's market and everything's insane. So it's tough for the flippers to find deals, but he's still finding deals. He might be working on a smaller margin now, the old R times 70% minus repairs. I don't think he can do that now. I don't think anybody can do that now. It's very rare because it is a seller's market, but he's still flipping. So his margin has gone down. His profit, which might have been 15 to 20% before, 3 years ago, might be 10% now, but that's 10% profit. And that way he keeps his crews working, the guys who are loyal to him, the contractors, keeps them paid. They can pay their bills, pay their family. That's the thing about, NEFAR, the Northeast Florida Association of Realtors. The people in there who are retail realtors, civilians, they don't understand how much good investment does. They hate investors. They think we're taking advantage of the public. The only thing you can do with a seller is list their house for 6%. That's what NEFAR thinks. They're stupid. They're idiots. They're small-minded kindergartners, but they're in charge because they politic their way up to the head of NEFAR, and that's a challenge. That's going to be a challenge for investors / realtors, in the coming years, unless there's a change, at the top there. We need an investor-friendly broker up on the power places in NEFAR. Otherwise, there's going to be, nonsense going on like there was in my brokerage. So anyway, here in Thailand, this third wave has really got the government fucked up, scared, whatever. So they're clamping down, and as of tomorrow, restaurants are going to be closed. So I'm going shopping. I'm going to a restaurant for breakfast this morning, and I got to leave. It's like 15 minutes. I'm going to drive now to the restaurant, Breakfast World, my favorite place to have breakfast. I haven't been there since I've been back, 2 months. I miss it. I love the breakfast there. I'm going to take advantage of that today before they close for God knows how long. Give them my support, give them money. Just say, hang in there. I hope you open back up whenever this stupid crap is over. And I'm going to go shopping. Again, I went shopping a week ago. My refrigerator's full, but I'm going to get, tuna fish or whatever because, I can't go to restaurants. I can't order out. I can't, it's crazy. This whole situation is fucking crazy, and I'm sick and tired of it, and I hope you are too, and you say something about it.